recovery from the ankle injury a day at a time. The British number one was first to retire from her second round match against Victoria Kusumova at the ASB Classic in Auckland last week after ruling her left ankle. Remember, Carlo Alcaraz also has been ruled out of the Australian Open. But let's just wait and see if Emma Raducanu can, be able to make a quick return to the court.
Well, it's a quick return and a very lovely defeat for...
lovely defeat.
Yes, lovely defeat against Elena Rybakina. That's Petra Kvitova in the pickup of the first round matches at the Adelaide International 2 on Monday. Two-time Wimbledon winner Kvitova, it's 21 winners and 12 unforced errors on the way to a 6-3, 7-5 win against reigning SW19 champions Rybakina in the match lasting 87 minutes. What a tough battle for both sides, but congratulations to Petra Kvitova.
And looking at how the stars are getting set for the first Grand Slam of the year. Rafael Nadal will return to the Dubai Tennis Championship next month, 15 years after he last competed in the competition. Victorious in 2006, Nadal has not played at the event since 2008, but will make his return when the competition begins on February 27. Ranked second in the world, Nadal's campaign in the United Arab Emirates will take place after the first Grand Slam of the year in Melbourne, where he is bidding to retain the Australian Open title he won 12 months ago. But remember, it was because Novak Djokovic was not at that tournament. He was not like in jail, but he was deported. But at first, it was put behind the bars.
He did only cuckoo, showing that he's like, the best, and then he got what he deserves.
It's not about being the best, but you feel like you can't just stick to rules. It is about sticking to rules. But when you feel like you just want yours to come first, hey, think about others. Think about the lives that got lost during the COVID-19 period. But now let's talk about the NBA this morning. Favor is here.
Favor is here. Oh God.
LA Lakers lost against Denver Nuggets 109 to 122 points. Yes, LeBron James was injured and he could not play that game. That was why LA Lakers lost 109 to 122 points against Denver Nuggets. Let's look at other results. Favor this morning.
Please. If I want to calculate the points difference, this is a huge loss for you guys. But let's talk about Washington Wizards, who also lost their game 121 points, losing to New Orleans Pelicans by 132 points. Boston Celtics won the game at home against Chicago Bulls, 107 points. 99 points goes to Chicago Bulls. But it was a loss for Milwaukee Bucks yesterday, losing. Oh, it was a win, not a loss.
You see, when you have bad mind, you always think of your friends losing.
It was a win. It was a win actually for Milwaukee Bucks, who went over against New York Knicks and defeated them by 111 points. New York Knicks lost by 107 points. Memphis Grizzlies won the game at home, 121 points. So San Antonio Spurs 113 points. Sacramento Kings won, showed that they were the Kings against Orlando Magic, 136 points, 111 points.
Okay, well, those are the results of the NBA played in the wee hours of today. But a quick look at fixtures of games going down tomorrow morning, 1 a.m., Philadelphia 76ers will take on Detroit Pistons. And looking at other fixtures, Miami Heat will be up against Oklahoma City Thunders 30 minutes after, that is by 1:30. Same time, Toronto Raptors taking on Charlotte Hornets. And Utah Jazz will be up against Cleveland Cavaliers by 3 a.m. 4 a.m., Golden State Warriors will be up against Phoenix Suns. Orlando Magic taking on Portland Trail Blazers. But 4:30, LA Clippers will take on Dallas Mavericks. Remember, you can watch us live from anywhere across the globe. Jump on our Facebook fan page, Solutions 939 FM. Solutions 939 FM on Facebook, YouTube. Well, you can as well watch me live on my Facebook page. Oladapo Kunubi, you can see Favor's face. Rolling. Well, let's move away from the NBA this morning and let us talk football. start with the Nigerian Premier League. Yes, let's get used to that name.
MPFL.
We know very soon they will also change it. It's not Nigerian Premier League again. It's another.
Premier League.
Okay, well, talking about Nigerian League, the top flight league that kicked off over the weekend with Bendel Insurance securing 3 points on the road, scoring 2 goals against Aqua United. But the coach of the side, Aqua United, Ayodeji Ayeni, has admitted that his team lost to Bendel Insurance due to some expensive mistakes, but maintained that they would get back on track as soon as possible. Aqua United will next engage Nasarawa United on Saturday, January 14, on match day 3 in Jos. Okay, that should be match day 2, not match day 3. But looking at Aqua United, I mean, if you were to be, I don't know. Oh yes, I know you support your Shooting Stars.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I don't need to.
That's not even what.
You
that's
never-
not even
you
what is
never
in
want
my
to
head
be on
right
my
now.
side. Okay.
What's going on in my head right now is if the NPFL can be changed to NPFL. Definitely, if we have the Nigerian Professional Football League
To
and then we
Nigerian
have
Premier
League, then we have Nigerian Premium Football League.
Premium.
Premium is better than Premier.
Okay, now I understand. no. There's
All right, let's take the fixtures of games.
Well,
for
fixtures
the
of games in the NPFL going down midweek tomorrow. Abia Warriors will take on Bayelsa United. Bendel Insurance will be up against Plateau United. Dakar FC will take on Wiki Tourists of Bochi. Nasarawa United will travel to play El Kanemi Warriors. Aqua United will take on Eyimba in the match day 2. And Aqua United will be on the road. Yeah, that's their match day 2 game. Gombe United host my Remo Stars of Ikene. We can shock them. We can do a Bende. We can do a Bendel Insurance.
Just move forward.
Lobby Stars will be up against Enugu Rangers. Niger Tornadoes will take on Doma United, while Shooting Star Sports Club of Ibadan will take on Kwara United. Right there at the Lagos Salami Stadium at Damasing by Ibadan. So you want to enjoy the NPFL? Yes, just go to Lagos Salami Stadium. 4 p.m. is the time. So meaning the games are, they're going straight to the match day 2 in the NPFL. All right. All right, now let's move away from that. Shout out to Okwe Yemi Keys Samson watching live on Facebook. Akimbi Babati Akorede watching live on Facebook. We move away from the NPFA and let us talk about the English FA Cup. Well, remember last night it was Arsenal recorded a 3-0 victory over Oxford United. And well, Eddie Nketiah was in great form. Fabio Vieira also creating assist. Mohamed El Neni scored the first goal for Arsenal. And here is Mikel Arteta giving thumbs up to Vieira and Nketiah.
Yes, it's always tough to win these kind of matches. Obviously, they match you up. It was a physical game in many moments. We stood by that. They are really direct team, and we had to control certain things better. We changed in the second half, and we got more control of the games, and we find the openings to win the game. I'm really happy. Obviously, he contributed in a big way to win the game. That's his quality.
Proving it more on paper, really, stepping in.
He showed great composure. He's a great finisher. The timing of his runs as well. And the decision making, waiting till the last moment, what the goalkeeper was doing shows his quality. It's not only that, his understanding, his work rate, I think is getting better and better, and I'm really happy with him.
Up next for Arsenal is Manchester City in the English FA Cup. And here, Arteta does not care.
What it is that happens, you have to play different competition between teams, and we'll try to prepare that game to win it, obviously, and that game I think will be very different to the game that is in the league, but we know each other, I think, really well. Every team knows each other really well, and I think that won't change too much.
Mikel Arteta there, but remember, it's going to be a tough one, right? But Arsenal can never be like Chelsea. If Chelsea fans are listening to me right now, for Arsenal fans, we are hyping you now.
Please, don't hype Arsenal. Please, don't hype Arsenal. Let Arsenal be. Let Arsenal focus on that match.
Okay.
Please, I beg.
All right, now looking at fixtures, the next fixture for Arsenal is a game against Tottenham Hotspur, the North London Derby, and that will be, a tough one. Looking at how Tottenham has been able to rediscover their scoring form. Harry Kane, my captain in Premier League Fantasy, he must score. That is it. All right, moving away from that, let us look at Update. Let's talk about Hugo Lloris. What remember yesterday, Gary Bale announced his retirement from international football. Next is Hugo Lloris.
Well, there's another retirement to be celebrated as Hugo Lloris has retired from international football after leading France to a second consecutive World Cup final. Goalkeeper Lloris is Les Blues' most scored player and has captained the team since 2012. The Tottenham man skippered his country at 6 major tournaments, including 3 World Cups. Lloris was the man between the posts as France won their second world title in 2018, having lost in the final in a home Euro 2016 2 years earlier.
Okay, well, for Real Madrid, paid tribute to former superstar Gary Bale after the Wales international called an end to his playing career on Monday. Bale joined Al Nassr in a friendly against Paris Saint-Germain after he serves the remainder of his suspension. Coach Rudy Garcia has confirmed Ronaldo missed the first of 2 domestic games of Al Nassr on Friday after being suspended by England's Football Association for knocking a phone out of a fan's hand following Manchester United's defeat at Everton in April. But that's him, Everton now. It is well. Let's talk about Nice. A coach in the French Ligue 1 has been fired. Nice have fired coach Lucien Favre after exiting the Coupe de France to third-tier Le Point Foot. Favre returned to the Ligue 1 club for a second stint in charge in June 2022 as they invested ahead of the new season. The former Borussia Dortmund boss has guided Nice to Champions League qualification in 2016-2017 season, but his latest spell did not yield the same success. So think about it. When you want to go back to your ex, Ronaldo can tell you more. Okay, let's talk transfer stories before leaving the show. Al Nassr have turned their attention to Barcelona midfielder Sergio Busquets after completing the signing of Cristiano Ronaldo. That is according to a source. Now let's go straight to Turkey this morning.
Turkey Super League outfit Keiko Rizspor has announced the signing of Nigeria winger Ibrahim Olawe.
Now Danny Olmo says he's not thinking about leaving RB Leipzig, but everything is possible. What God cannot do,
Does not exist.
what money cannot do in January transfer window.
Does not exist. I personally never feared it would be forced to retire once returned to action as quickly as possible.
All right, guys. Now we have to move to the other side of the show where we look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers this morning. Do not go anywhere. AM Update is still live. My name is Oladapo Kunubi.
And my name is Favor Olorun. So I think about that X situation. You might go back and not go back.
It's a beautiful morning, Naija. Don't forget to deposit your old Naira notes into your Momo wallet at the nearest Momo agent outlet before January 31st, 2023. First dial *671# to open the Momo wallet, then call our toll-free number 671 to locate the Momo agent near you.
We all have that one friend that always hides everything from everyone else. Like my guy, Sheon, that got 1 gig free data when he downloaded my MTN NG app. Did he share the gist with us? No! But we found out, and even something he doesn't know, that we get up to 2 gig data if we recharge 500 Naira or more on my MTN NG app with our debit card.
You don't mean it!
That's not all. We also get 10% extra on every airtime recharge made on my MTN NG app.
Wow!
Will we share the gist with him?
Yes! That's correct. You get 1 gig free data when you download my MTN NG app. Up to 2 gig when you recharge 500 Naira and above with your debit card on my MTN NG app. And 10% extra on every recharge made on the app. So what are you waiting for? Download my MTN NG app today to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply.
Guys, here he comes.
Guy, any gist today?
What are we doing today?
right here on the Remedy Dial Solutions 93.9, the third day in the month of January 2023. Welcome to another edition of From the Dailies, where we take you on a tour and different stories making the front pages of our Nigerian newspapers. My name is Victory Richard.
I've got the Nation and the Punch newspapers here this morning. My name is Oladapo Kunubi. And well, we're getting different reactions concerning what happened in Edo State over the weekend. Same as another party saying that, well, Bola Ahmed Tinubu may not be able to milk from the successes of President Muhammadu Buhari in winning the 2023 polls. We as well check more updates. Well, we know what is also happening concerning the oil sector. We look at this, although INEC is also saying that they are facing threats, and well, with what is happening in Nigeria based on insecurity, there might be a situation where the 2023 polls might be postponed. This and more we'll look at this morning. Let's start with the first newspaper.
All right, I'll be having the Vanguard newspaper and the Nigerian Tribune. Let's get right into it. Starting with the Vanguard newspaper this morning, Tinubu Jagaban of Bogo can be trusted, Buhari tells Adamawa electorates. More stories, of course, from the Vanguard this morning. 46 days to presidential election, NMPP inaugurates presidential campaign council. Abuja Banks commences new cash withdrawal policy implementation. JAMB reduces CBT centers nationwide. LASO installs CCTV cameras to enhance security on campus. Tuition hike, CNG students threaten protests, plan to occupy state capitals, seal campuses. More stories from the Vanguard this morning. Adeleke Oke's new transport management system in Osun State. Why federal government cannot intervene in rising kerosene price, and that is coming from Timipre Silva. FG approves over 4.7 billion naira for TED Fund research grants. And the last story here, NDDC 2023, 500 billion budget, fraudulent, and that is coming from Wike. These are the stories you can find on the Vanguard this morning.
Okay, looking at headlines coming from the Punch newspaper this morning. Scarcity, FG orders NNPC to reduce petrol price. And right after that headline, government acquires stakes in Dangote refinery. 3 others. Okay. Gunmen demands a 620 million naira ransom for abducted train passengers. The pocket headline, Dokpesi, UK police deep in probe. Controversy surrounds airport incident. The banner headline from the Punch newspaper this morning. Cash limits. Customers protest as banks begin enforcement. The writers to that particular headline, customers say policy will affect cash-based businesses. Demand fresh review. Bank ATMs dispense old notes despite CBN directive. New notes scarcity persists. I take that right there again. Bank ATMs dispense old notes despite CBN directive. New notes scarcity persists. Well, remember yesterday we were talking about the new notes, the old notes, the new old notes, and the old new notes. And well, we have the front page picture this morning about from the Punch newspaper, most especially the Yoruba Nation protest in Lagos yesterday. We have different pictures, and this headline says, how Yoruba Nation protesters converged 3 a.m. Members killed. You want to read more? Get the Punch newspaper. And looking at a few headlines this morning, protesting police students block Ibadan roads. Governor intervenes. Pastor raped my daughter for 3 years. Mother. Well, you get more 1 p.m. on your Kika. Page 2 of the Punch newspaper says DSS director's wife orders Kano governorship candidates arrest. This and more from the Punch newspaper.
All right, away from the Punch, let's now move to the Nigerian Tribune, beginning with the story. Makinde orders payment of 2 months' salaries, deduction to civil servants. More stories, of course. Edo train attack. Abductors demand 620 million ransom for each. 20 million rather for each. I will be okay buying petrol at 300 naira per litre, says State Minister of Petroleum. Interesting. Okay, the product is already selling in parts of Nigeria as prices ranges from 179 to over 400 per litre. That's a follow-up to that story. TED Fund, federal government approves over 4.7 billion naira grants to 219 researchers. More stories. Query, monarchs must respect constituted authority, not play God prominent. Ibira leaders are making that statement. Prolonged detention breach of constitutional rights. Oyo CJ is making that claim. Still taking stories from the Nigerian Tribune this morning. School resumption. Lagos government talks students, teachers on better performance. Oil wage bill rises to 7.2 billion naira monthly as Makinde directs payment of deductions. These are the stories you can find on the Nigerian Tribune.
Going straight to the Nation newspaper this morning, looking at the front page. Still more of what happened in Edo State and reaction concerning that. We'll also bring you up to speed when we get to burning issue. Kidnappers demand 620 million naira for 31 victims of Edo train attack. The cap headline from the Nation newspaper. Made in Nigeria helicopter for inauguration before May 29. How strong will that be? Silva seeks CBN's special fund for modular refineries. Now, we'll move to other headlines. The red headline on the Nation newspaper this morning. Kwara Assembly member dies. Kogi government Ibira monarch crisis deepens. And the banner headline this morning. Why Nigerians should vote Tinubu Shetima by Buhari. Well, and we have other headlines. Well, with the crisis in Brazil, leaders condemn attack on Brazilian government office. And another set of headlines are from the Nation newspaper. Ex-Lagos Borno governor trustworthy. 7,000 nurses begin strike in New York City. So if you say that they don't strike in some countries, there is only Nigeria. But now we are getting out of New York. Withdrawal policy pushes up POS transaction charges. Polls threatened. INEC warns. Right after that headline, Yakubu hints of elections shift in volatile areas. And the shoe headlines. NESG to dialogue with the presidential candidates. Ondo Amoteco nabs 150 suspects. This and more you can find from the Nation newspaper this morning. Now we'll move straight to the burning issue here this morning. The abduction of passengers in Edo State over the weekend, we are getting more light at the end of the tunnel. Well, yesterday, Ademola Adegoroye, the Minister of State for Transport, and Wilson Nehi Kade, the Commissioner of Information in Edo State, gave updates, also assured residents and Nigerians that the people abducted will surely, will surely reunite with their families. And we also got updates that some people have also been found yesterday. But
the federal government has debunked that information. That about the people that were released, that wasn't true. So the 6 people that was claimed to have been released, so it's not true.
If federal government is debunking that, well, we have information from the Commission of Information in the state. So this happens to be, okay, who is giving us the truth here? But let's just listen to Ademola Adegoroye, who's the Minister of State for Transport, because what he also said was that, well, no life was lost at the train station. That was more of a shooting sporadically into the air.
I can still nobody was shot, nobody was maimed. Okay, they were shooting into the air and they were not shooting our passengers, and I thank God for that. But let me assure you that whether the figure is 31 or the figure is 29, these are security issues which we cannot all volunteer, but I can assure you that we know, we have an idea of those who are kidnapped, and we will, right now, they're on their trail. Yeah.
Ademola Adegore, Minister of State for Transport, speaking yesterday in Edo State. Now, I mean, with what you said, the federal government has debunked that some people have been found from those abducted. But here is we're seeing Nehi Kade, the Commissioner of Information in the state, confirming about the 6 people who were found.
People have been rescued in the last 24 hours. A woman, nursing mother with a baby. One girl about 6 years old, and siblings, a boy and a girl between the age of 2 and 5.
Well, like you said, we need factual information about these things. We need to see the people that said to have been released. And now that we're also getting, the abductors making statements of a 20 million ransom to the families. They reached out to the families that they would want, a payment of 20 million naira per person, amounting to 620 million naira for the 36 people that were abducted.
Okay. Now, with the continuous insecurity issues in Nigeria, political season is still on. But here is Abdulmumin Jibrin, a former APC member, but now with New Nigeria People's Party, talking about the chances of NNPP winning the forthcoming presidential polls. And remember, their presidential candidate is Rabiu Kwankwanso.
There is nothing it's not going to benefit from. And that is why when APC, when they do their analysis, all the time they talk about the PDP. And they say, oh, PDP lost Kwankwaso, PDP lost Peter Obi, PDP lost 5 governors. Yes, PDP is in crisis. Not only crisis, PDP is in a mess. But APC is even in a more challenging and in a more damaging city. 1, that 12 million vote is not there. 2, when you say Kwankwaso left PDP, the assumption is that he left with only PDP people. No! Many people from APC joined him. Where did I come from? Am I not coming from APC? We have all gone to APC. Look, as it stands today, trust me, APC have lost about 70 to 80% of its support base in northern Nigeria. So by the time Kwankwaso mop up those votes, particularly in the northwestern part of the country, put it together, and now we're making significant inroad in the southern part of the country, no miracle on earth will make APC or PDP win the next presidential election.
Well, interesting remark on that.
Let's go on a break. Let's go on a break, and when we return, we talk more. We're still from the dailies on AM Update. This particular segment is burning issue. Do not go anywhere.
We all have that one friend that always hides everything from everyone else. Like my guy, Sheon, that got 1 gig free data when he downloaded my MTN NG app. Did he share the gist with us?
No!
But we found out, and even something he doesn't know, that we get up to 2 gig data if we recharge 500 naira or more on my MTN NG app with our debit card.
You don't mean it!
That's not all. We also get 10% extra on every airtime recharge made on my MTN NG app.
Wow!
Will we share the gist with him?
Yes!
That's correct. You get 1 gig free data when you download my MTN NG app. Up to 2 gig when you recharge 500 naira and above with your debit card on my MTN NG app. And 10% extra on every recharge made on the app. So what are you waiting for? Download my MTN NG app today to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply.
Guys, here he comes.
Guy, any gist today?
What are we doing today?
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
93.9 Solutions FM, and this is from the Dailies. My name is Victor Richard, and I'm with Oladapo Kunubi. And we are now right into burning issues where we would be addressing and putting spotlight on some of the stories we've raised this morning. We talked about the Edo situation, the kidnapping at the train station, as well as INEC. INEC is saying that they're warning against a threat, and Yakubu hinted on an election shift in volatile areas. You would recall that in 2011, 2015, as well as 2019, we had the election, the general election, postponed by 2 weeks and by 1 week at the different respective times. And there's a possibility with the current insecurity bedeviling the nation that we might see that forthcoming. But I was going through Twitter yesterday, and when the speculation was raised, a lot of Nigerians were not having it because it seemed to them like there's a ploy to make this government remain in power. So Nigerians are saying this election must hold regardless of the insecurity. Now the question is, what is the federal government doing? Because you would recall that President Muhammadu Buhari said his giveaway, or there's a word he used, his
parting gift.
His parting gift, thank you very much, to Nigerians will be a safe, free and credible election come 2023. And we are barely 40 days to the general election. 41 days to the general election. So what should be done to ensure that the security infrastructure is intact? I know that the Constitution does not permit the use of the army in a democratic process. But people are saying that I think it's time that the DSS, the Nigerian army, be deployed to ensure that we have a seamless and free and fair election.
I think the first thing first is you look at the sensitive materials first. Are these materials safe? First, you look at some areas. I think INEC should also let us know some volatile areas. Well, we saw what happened in Lagos yesterday, the Yoruba Nation, crisis.
But they said they were not part of it. The OPC has come out to say.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the Yoruba Nation is different from OPC.
Okay.
So, I mean, although OPC is a Yoruba group, right? But you look at Lagos State, you look at what happened in Edo State, you look at the what happened in Ondo State, Imo State. So if some states are having issues with security, they're having security issues, that means, and we are not getting such from Kano, Kaduna, we are not sure of Abuja.
No, but
so what we need to look at here is, do we need to push the election by, maybe we extend it or postpone by 2 months, so that this current government can tell us that now we are good to go?
Now I have a question. We've had this administration for well over 7 years, and insecurity has not been nipped to the board. So are you telling me that within 2 weeks,
to the board?
Insecurity hasn't been nipped to the
board? I know.
So are you
I'm
saying
just
within
asking.
with 2 weeks, or with if they postpone the election, say 1 month, 2 months, is it within that 1 month that they will be able to set a credible and believable security infrastructure?
Well, like I always tell you, if dollar can rise in the space of 2 days, in the space of 48 hours, and can drop in the space of 1 week, I feel security state of Nigeria can be better.
Honestly, as much as I am trying to believe in that statement, there's a lot that needs to be done. We're talking about 36 states of the federation. It's not just one state. Economy is different when it comes to inflation because it's been controlled by the dollar as well. So I don't see the peculiarities. But what I'm saying is, postponing the election, as much as it might seem as the right thing to do, but if you postponed it, how long would it take for you to set in the structures that is needed?
That is the question we're asking this morning. Remember, you can be part of the program. The phone lines are open, 0909 888 9939, 0909 888 9939, or 0912 222 2939, 0909 888 9939, or 0912 222 2939. Those are the lines to call. Remember, we're live on Facebook, facebook.com/solutions939FM. Facebook.com/solutions939FM. Facebook, YouTube. Remember, you can as well download our app on Google Play Store. Type Solutions939FM. Download the app. You can listen live from anywhere across the globe. Yesterday, myself and Damola Fewa were talking about what happened in Edo State, and hope this will not be a threat to the forthcoming polls. And INEC chairman came out yesterday to also give that particular fear. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, what I know is that None of the problem we're experiencing in Nigeria today is new. They are all known. All of our problems are known. No new problems in Nigeria of today. You know, Nigeria is a nation. We are not a problem solver. We keep creating, we keep reacting, not proactive. Proactive. The set of leaders we have, they will only react. They are not proactive. You know, this is not the first time we'll be experiencing chain attack. We have experienced it before. And I'm sure we'll still experience it. Because we are not a problem-solving nation. Still, yes, APC is still campaigning, giving people hope. Shetima is telling Nigerians that we need to vote them in. Why should we? When they have failed us in all administration, especially security. They have failed. Yes, they are promising us hope. This wasn't the change they promised Nigerians back then. I really hope Nigeria will choose rightly in the forthcoming general election. Because this current administration at the center, they have failed. Good morning, from Akubo.
Thank you very much, Kemi from Akubo. Thank you for your contribution. 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. 0912-222-2939 or 0909-888-939. Remember, we're live on Facebook. Facebook.com/Solutions939 FM. We're getting your comments. In the next few minutes, we'll be getting to read your messages.
Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. Welcome to the show.
This is Ruth calling from Malakia.
Great to have you, Ruth. What's your thoughts?
Thank you. Insecurity has been the order of the day in the country. So the responsibility of our military personnel is to protect the lives and property of the citizens. So what are we experiencing? Meanwhile, this APC-led government promised us that we will end insecurity within 6 months. As our 6 months never come, keep experiencing insecurity every day. Nowhere is even safe again. The question is, what are the importance of the NIN, the BVN, and even the new Naira notes this APC government introduced? Obviously, none of their economic policies is effective to even trace and even reduce the insecurity they are experiencing now. So they are telling us that we should vote for them again, that they will end insecurity. Are we supposed to believe them?
Ruth, we were asking a question, and I also feel like there's no answer I can give to Victory. I mean, he was asking about how the security state of Nigeria can be better ahead of the election to also avoid postponement. What do you think should be done? Oh, we lost Ruth's call there.
All right, 0909-888-9939 or 0912-222-2939. The big conversation here is, should the general election come the 25th of February 2023 be postponed due to insecurity? We've had, a further statement making a statement or hinting that there is a possibility regarding the state of insecurity in our nation, Nigeria. And I was telling that when I went through Twitter, and I was saying that I do not think that we should have a repetition of what happened in 2015, 2011, and 2009 in 2023. So, do you think the election should be postponed?
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
This is Abiola.
Your name again, please.
Abiola.
Oh, Abiola, thank you for joining us. Let's have your take.
I want to talk about the attack on the Edo train.
Okay, let's go. You've got 60 seconds.
Now that the terrorists are demanding for ransom to release the abductees, when those abductees on the Abuja to Kaduna train have been released by paying ransom, it's all the NIN, BVN. Here, the federal government cannot track those criminals with all the military intelligence and resources at their disposal. Means voting for the same set of leader. This coming election means suffering and terrorists continue. Well, we can't continue like this. The only main priority of the federal government is to reopen the train without finding the solution to end insecurity. It's unfair.
Okay. All right. The big question is, so it's been reported that the abductors were communicating to the family directly. So I'm guessing they do calls. But you know, in the north, when we had cases like this, it was via, they put out a video, like a video communicating how they wanted their money to be, you know, sent to them and whatnot. So if they're communicating to them via phone calls or via text messages, can't they be tracked through that means? I think that's the point Abiola is trying to raise.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
to you,
sir.
Hi, Billy.
Okay. Ayo, thank you for joining us. Let's have your take.
Yeah, since the way we've been waging war against terrorism is not yielding results, we need to change our tactics. I mean, the federal government.
Changing tactics.
Yes. You don't fight terrorism on the pages of the newspapers. You want to procure fighter jets, you want to procure arms and ammunition, you call for press media, this and that. By doing so, you are giving your opponent undue advantages. And where there is insecurity, nothing can thrive under that no fear. Now we are talking about conducting elections. How do we go about fair elections under this kind of atmosphere? So the bottom line is, talking about security, the federal government has failed. No.
Morning to
Good
you.
morning. And, you know, he spoke about changing tactics. And here, look at page 29 of the Nation newspaper this morning, and it says, made in Nigeria, helicopter for inauguration before May 29. So, if we can produce the chopper, I think we can produce more, you know, jets, is it Tucano jets now, ammunitions that can, you know, help the security officials in fighting insurgency in Nigeria.
Firstly, I would say it's a very commendable development to see that we have things like this. The Nigerians are embracing new technology and producing, you know, beautiful things like this. Helicopter inauguration. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm going to use it because I mean, you know, helicopter and way different from planes.
Yeah, sure.
It boils down to maintenance, but let's give them all the commendation for that development. But talking about tactics here, you remember in I think it was 2015 or 2019, good luck. Yes, employ the use of international and foreign aid for security at the cause of election. So if that was something he embraced at the time during election, maybe this present government, because it seems as though the Nigerian police can handle the security as it is.
I think,
and they're calling for sister agencies.
Some other security officials also joined the Nigerian police force. Yeah, you know, which we saw in some states, Ekiti, Edo, and you know, and Osun State. But remember what I raised.
Not enough because
what I raised then was that, is this because it is just a state election? I mean, it's just like a mop-up, or we say a runoff. It's just one election, one state election. So it was easier to direct a lot of security officials into a state that has different local governments. Now it is general elections. We have 36 states. Now, how many security officials do we have? How many police officers do we have? How many Nigerian army? How many mobile policemen do we have? Those are the questions. Hello, good morning. Oh, we lost that call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Kenny from Akuba.
Let's go.
Yes, as what I said, when there is no adequate security, how do we conduct credible elections? Since government at the center is not bothered about insecurity at all. They keep campaigning. They are not bothered. We can't keep fighting insecurity on the pages of media at all. I mean, newspaper and on social media. We keep announcing our next move on media. Should it be like that? Let them work on our intelligence gathering and work on how to fish out saboteurs in the system. Good morning, Kemi calling from Akubo.
Thank you very much, Kemi from Akubo. Now let's jump to politics here. You know, with what you heard from Abdulmumin Jibrin saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot win. I mean, looking at President Muhammadu Buhari, I mean, his movement yesterday in Adamawa, to Adamawa to campaign, you know, alongside Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the governorship candidate of that state. Well, some other parties are saying it's just like a waste of time and saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot win, and maybe NNPP has what it takes. I mean, everybody will surely talk for their parties.
Yes, everybody.
Right?
I think everybody has an opinion. You would recall some time ago there was a poll on Twitter, a survey that also presented Obi as the potential winner of the forthcoming election. But I would like to say that this election is not something you can predict, because what would determine victory at the end of the day is Nigerians coming out with their PVCs to vote. And now I see very interesting things. You know, on social media they said Obi has a larger audience, but also on social media I've seen recent posts where all these TikTokers, they put out a poll with Tinubu and Obi, and I see majority of people also towing the line of Tinubu as it is. So he also has the same leverage that Obi has on social media. So you can't exactly say who is winning, because we have over 93 million people registered to vote in the forthcoming election.
Also for the youth, because INEC came out to say that the youths have the highest percentage of PVCs this time around. Hello, good morning. Ronke, good morning. Let's have your take.
Yeah, this government under President Buhari has been overwhelmed by insecurity. So it is better the government seek military aid from other countries so as to tackle insecurity. We all remember that before the assumption of this administration, they promised to tackle insecurity within 6 months of their assumption in office. But where are we now? So they should try and find the lasting solution to insecurity challenges. I can remember that President Muhammadu Buhari said on here that he will leave a secure country before he leaves office. But now we are still battling with insecurity. May God help us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution. Well, okay, let's check some messages on our Facebook fan page this morning. Okay, Oluwaseun Ruth here is saying insecurity has been the order of the day. Why do we have Nigeria police and all the security personnel? They should up their game to rescue the abducted passengers. I still don't know the reason of the NIN. They forced on Nigerians to do. It is obvious this government knows these people, but they don't want to rise up to their responsibilities.
Omar Dedekunle is saying, with the present security situation in Nigeria, it has gone beyond the capacity of the federal government, because it seems they have no political will to tackle it. So this insecurity issue is now the responsibility of everybody, and there should be emergency security toll-free number for citizens to call in anywhere they notice an act of crime, as they have 911 in USA, and it's as we have 615 security emergency toll-free number here, created by the Oyo State government here in Oyo State. So anywhere we notice any act of social vices, we should not hesitate to call the number. If we see something, let's say something. Actually agree with that.
We had such messages, such comments yesterday. Let us wait if the federal government can toe the line of some state government, in securing their borders, securing the state and the likes. And, but what I also frown at is, saying that local security cannot be part of the forthcoming election. Well, maybe you can say some of them will want to work for the state government. You understand? Yes, but we also need to tighten security, make sure that things are, everywhere is secure before people go out to cast their votes.
You just made that valid point about, the reason why local securities are not being deployed. That's the excuse they've been given for a long time, that to avoid partisan politics.
Yeah.
But now we have a major issue, and it needs to be handled.
Yeah. But let's go on a break, and when we return, we talk more. Do not go anywhere. AM Update is still live.
It's a beautiful morning, Niger. Don't forget to deposit your old Naira notes into your Momo wallet at the nearest Momo agent outlet before January 31st, 2023. First dial *671# to open a Momo wallet, then call our toll-free number 671 to locate the Momo agent near you.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Remedy dial Solutions 939. We're 8 minutes to the top of the hour, so we'll take a few more messages, and if we still have time, pick a few more calls right now. Good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Sir.
This is Uesila from Elele.
Thank you for joining us.
I want to start from that of this security we are shouting about. Everything that we need to upcome this insurgents, the government has made us realize that they've gotten everything. They bought Tucano, they did NIN, they did this, they did that. Those are the things that are being used in advanced country to control such issues. But one thing is certain, it looks as if that willpower to really stop it is not there. And like Mahmoud has said, there is that tendency at the end of the day that they will extend the date of this election. We might end up not getting this election at 20, because when the security issue was not as strong as this, they postponed it for like 6 weeks. When it's like this, I doubt, especially with the current one that happened in the beginning, and they are demanding for that much. I don't know who will get that money. Maybe it's those things that we end up giving that money, or the federal government, or individuals we need to search for that money. I don't know. But one thing is started with the security situation in Nigeria for now. I doubt if this election will come up. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, Uesila. Uesila is doubting if the election can, happen with the current security crisis. Hello, good morning.
Hello, yeah, good morning.
Morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, INEC was on point. Their offices are being attacked on daily basis with no end in sight due to the lack of adequate insecurity. My plea is to the federal government under President Buhari is to be more proactive and wage a serious war against the terrorists, or else we as a nation might be overwhelmed. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your comment, for your for your call this morning. Do we have more messages?
Yeah, let's read through some of the messages we have on Facebook. It is not gainsaying that the federal government has failed and disappointed us with their various unkept promises. We elected President Buhari as a retired Major General primarily to tackle the issue of insecurity. It is unfortunate that the security situation is getting worse under his watch. Thank God we have Amatekun operatives here in some southwestern states, because I can't imagine how the insecurity would have become if there is no Amatekun operatives. That message is coming from Olayinka Adetola. Another message here from Adironke Adekuride, or Akuride rather. This government under President Buhari has been overwhelmed by insecurity. It is better the government seek military aid from other countries before it gets too late, because the current government has failed us already when it comes to security architecture. Okay, this English is wonderful. I beg your pardon.
That should be a typo, yeah?
Yes, it's a typo. When himself, as a retired Major General, cannot find lasting solution to the insecurity challenges we are facing in the country. Abiola Omotosho is saying the attack on INEC offices is uncalled for, to the extent of threatening the general election, and nothing has been done to avert this. How are we sure we are going to have a free and fair election when the election is yet to start? But insecurity has been threatening the INEC offices, despite the promises made by the APC president to have a free, fair election. But it's a pity that we are still having same old stories.
Okay, let's just. I know, Comrade Olufemi Olugbemi will be listening to us now. We don't know what is really happening to the network. We're trying to connect, but the thing is bouncing back. Well, we also keep getting your missed calls. But hey, this is 9:56. We have to wrap up the show this morning, and we have to say a very big thank you to everybody that joined us on the show this morning virtually. For those who also called, thank you so much. The AM update makes a return tomorrow. We kick off sports show by 9 o'clock, and we look at headlines on pages of Nigerian newspapers, and we'll go to the burning issue. My name is Oladapo Okunubi. Remember, PVC collection is still on.
All right, thank you very much for joining us. My name is Victory Richard. Have yourself a beautiful Tuesday.
My people, look here, face me like Facebook. I go see Lisa, I go send a chameleon. Time don't come for us to wake up. My people, it's not time for action. fire.